Good morning. Monday morning, heading now to Petach Tikva, to Intelligo HQ, one of my favorite companies and one of my favorite CEOs, Shlomo Mirvis. Company's doing background checks using AI and machine learning. There's a couple of buzzwords for you in the morning, but genuinely an amazing company. More on that later. After that, a very long-awaited lunch and interview, something I've been waiting for basically since like early days of the vlog. I'm meeting Benny Shaviv from Fitness 22, a company I'm advising that has tens of millions of downloads and no marketing team in the fitness space. Benny is, I use the word legend too often, so it kind of cheapens it, but the dude is like just a legendary CEO. And I've already informed him that he will be getting on camera. So that's going to be an amazing interview, and we're having lunch at Jems. So all in all, a fantastic morning, afternoon. After that, I'm meeting a friend who I'm talking to about this summer. I'm going to be announcing something very interesting happening this summer, but more on that later. Maybe I'll get her on camera as well. A fantastic day ahead. Let's do this. Petach Tikva, heading to Intelligo now. You know how there are some days the skies are just so beautiful, they demand that I take out the drone? Today is that, only the opposite. Look how gross the car is. It's full of dust. It's disgusting today. Gross. But I did get parking. Catching up with, who are you?
Rachel Stern.
You've been on this thing.
I have been on this thing before.
So we're catching up here, and I just heard some breaking news here at Intelligo. Tell me about this new feature.
So we have this new LinkedIn Chrome extension that allows people in the financial institution to begin their due diligence process natively as they would in LinkedIn. So it's really cool. You go to the Chrome extension store, you type in Intelligo Clarity, you download it.
Just type Intelligo also, right?
Yeah, Intelligo.
So let me just explain why this is actually super significant. I assume we're like totally out of focus because whatever. But so Intelligo is obviously not a consumer play in any way, shape, or form. You know, the company is building the most comprehensive background checks for businesses, for finance players, for HR players. It's a B2B play. But at the end of the day, the currency or the foundation of all business today, as in the way people do business, is trust. And so this Chrome extension, you can now do a background check on anybody in their LinkedIn profile. I shouldn't chew gum when I'm doing an interview. It's really not nice. All right, so check this out. Let me just, let's see if, I'm not sure if the screen will be visible, but I'm going to try.
Okay, so I'm just going to go to the first person on my LinkedIn, who happens to be my friend Nitai. Nitai, if you're watching this, sorry. So we're going to go in and we're going to see, Intelligo is going to gather all this information about Nitai. And
boom!
Here you go. All of his employment, his education, and then we'll be able to log into the platform and search and get a comprehensive report.
So that's kind of huge, especially given the focus of the company, but I feel like this is an interesting tool for everyone, basically, because, like I said, foundation of business is trust today, and so I'll be downloading. I don't have any Chrome extensions, but I'm going to be downloading that, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Now back to work. Anything else to add?
I think it's just a really good step. It's how people are starting their due diligence anyway. It's going to help them work with more trust and be able to rely on the people that they're investing in. And
amen. Thank you. I love it. Sorry I interrupted you.
It's okay. And I think it'll just create a really seamless experience. So if you work in finance,
download it. Yeah. Love it. So you just go into the Chrome extension store and you type in Intelligo.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Back to work.
So
me and Shlomo just had a romantic meeting in the pouring rain. Look at my glasses. We just ran. We needed to put it in slow motion with some romantic music in the background. The air conditioner's on, dude. I'm just letting you know that it is like very, very cold and your air conditioning's on. How's it going, man?
Thank God.
You haven't been on the vlog in a very long time.
I missed this.
Yeah, man. We missed you. So tell me about Intelligo. Talk to me. Let's say someone's watching right now that doesn't know Intelligo.
What's most interesting, I think, going with Intelligo is moving.
Keep your eye on the road, though.
For sure.
Yeah, especially since it's pouring rain.
Is moving from startup mode to
growth mode.
Exactly.
Love it.
That's a big difference, which obviously means a lot of work.
A lot of lack of sleep.
A lot of flights, lack of sleep, but for good reasons, thank God.
Right.
And we're going to different directions in addition to the existing ones, obviously.
Okay, so Shlomo, listen, you know that this is not live, right? You know that's not live.
Yeah.
So that means we can edit stuff.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you a question now. You're gonna tell me if I need to edit it, okay?
Okay.
Can we just say, with no information, that there is some astronomical news coming from this company? Can we say that?
Yes.
Can we say that the market is like foaming at the mouth about what Intelligo is doing?
Yes.
Can we say that? I'm trying to push the envelope here. Can we say that there's demand for our technology in the market? How's that? That's where I'll go. That's as far as I'll push.
Right.
Are we okay with that?
Yes.
All right, so no editing, Joseph, we're good. Bottom line is there's incredible stuff going on, and you know, the technology, the execution, the beauty of the product, simplicity of the product. There's a lot of interesting things happening. Watch this space. And now we have to go back out into the pouring rain, which I am not looking forward to, but I am looking forward to lunch at Jems. Have you eaten at Jems lately?
Yes.
I love Jems, man. All right, bro, turn this thing off. I gotta cover it from the rain. Uh-oh, was your parking spot taken?
No.
All right, later. Thanks, Shlomo. Heading now to Jems Beer Factory, which is now I guess a franchise across Israel. I think they sell their beer globally, but my friend Jeremy Welfeld started it. He realized there was no cool beer joint that was kosher in Israel, so he made it, and it's pouring. Speaking of Jeremy Welfeld, the man himself. That's what I'm talking about. Finally, we're here at the same time.
I know, I've been missing
What's going on, bro? Ooh, I got a kiss. I'm so lucky.
I love you, man.
Man, I've been here 15 times. You weren't here.
Nice tea.
Huh?
Nice tea.
Tea, thank you. That's from straight from Cupertino, California. How you doing, man?
I'm living and loving, man. Every day, keeping it fresh.
I just said that my friend Jeremy started this place because he realized there's no cool kosher beer place in Israel, so you made it.
I made it.
How big is Jems now?
I made it for you, man. I made it for you.
That's what I'm talking about. How big is Jems?
It's just big enough for me to put in my pocket. Perfect. Perfect for pocket size.
You sell the beer globally?
No, we not globally. We keep it local, fresh. I think that's what this industry is all about. Keeping
All right.
it local,
You're selling
fresh.
throughout Israel, though.
Yeah, from Haifa down to Beersheba, give or take.
And how many Jems are there now?
We just opened up our 9th location in Somet Olim, and we're working on our next one in Netanya, opening in a month and a half.
9?
And then Beersheba and Rehovot, we're coming for you, Am Yisrael. We're coming for you.
You're scaling almost as fast as WeWork, dude. I know you're close with WeWork, actually.
We're chasing them.
I love it, man. Well, good luck.
I love that boy.
I'm gonna head out to the men's room before my meeting comes. But
I'll
join
meet you
us
at the table. I will.
and put steak back on the menu, bro.
I will. I promise.
Waiting for Benny to arrive, hanging out with the man here. So I used to come here when I worked in Petach Tikva. I don't know if you remember, every single day for years, literally for years. Like every single person in this place knew me. I come in, they have my thing waiting for me, but I ate a steak every day, and they took it off the menu. So we're gonna have to start a new petition online. Get Jems to put the steak back on the menu. New petition, fundraiser. Anyway, I'm meeting Benny Shaviv right now, who works across the street, massive CEO, and he doesn't come here nearly often enough. If I worked across the street, I'd be here every day. How are things? How's life?
A good CEO stays at his office.
There he is, Benny.
Stays at the desk.
Here's the man himself. Ooh, look at that guy. Dude, you look like a biker. You just have that look. I'm gonna say something right now. This is an interview that, as far as I'm concerned, I've been waiting for. We're episode 281, I believe. Mm-hmm. I've been waiting to do this interview. Even though you were on the vlog, I've been waiting to do this interview for 281 episodes. Like it or not.
I'm happy to be here.
So here's the thing, right? Benny Shaviv is a friend, a mentor, and as far as I'm concerned, and this is relatively objective and unbiased fact, one of the top CEOs in Israel. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go back up a little, and we're gonna have a problem with his humility.
I'm gonna disagree with everything you said, except for the friend.
Except the friend thing.
Except for the friend. So he's very kind.
All right, let's start from the beginning.
He's a good man.
Benny. Let's start from the beginning. Tell me who you are. What's your deal? Talk to me. Besides the best hair in tech. Besides that.
Right. I agree on that. I'm a friend, and I have the best hair in tech. I'm the CEO of Fitness 22.
Fitness22.com, yeah.
That's right. Fitness 22 creates apps for fitness. We have well over 50 million downloads. Very, very profitable. We've been around for a few years. We have zero marketing. A tiny team in Petach Tikva that still kicks the of the likes of Nike and Under Armour, and we do it all organically. This person and I met a few years ago, and it's been here, in fact, and it's been a bromance ever since.
There you go. But here's the thing, right? So the problem today is that people, generally CEOs, say things, and people who hear them say these things, they roll their eyes. Like, for example, a lot of CEOs say, we grew organically. What does that mean? It doesn't really mean anything. In most cases, these people are full of crap. They didn't grow organically. They spent a lot of money, and yeah, they experienced growth. When you say you grew organically, what does that mean?
A lot of the startups in Israel, in the States, and anywhere look at the company as if it must have an end game. Right? There must be an exit. There must be a giant pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Forgive me for interrupting you. Guys, listen carefully. This is gold. And this is like, you're never going to hear a CEO talk this way. Continue, please.
Hillel knows what I'm going to say because we've spoken about this in the past. But I believe that any company needs to be a good company that provides a good, viable product or service, and then people will pay for it. You don't need to have an end game. Nobody needs to acquire you. It can happen. Fantastic. It can happen for us. It doesn't have to happen. If you're a good company, if you have a good business, then you have a wonderful thing. Nike does not have an end game. Apple or Google or Amazon don't have an end game. They have their business needs and they want to be as big as possible, but nobody needs to acquire any of them. Nobody opens up a business in the non-high-tech world with an end game, right? Think about next year. Think about this year. Think about doing the right thing for your customer, and then you'll have a good business.
Amen.
And the funny part is that many people ignore that route. I mentor a lot of startups. Many people ignore that route because many people say, oh, I need to get funding. I need to get $3 million, $4 million, $10 million of funding. And by the way, I've been there. My previous company, I raised $4 million. Okay, so I know this whole strategy. I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is that you're missing the other half. Okay, there's a whole giant world out there that you can do really well in business if you provide a viable service. There are many examples around you.
Did I not tell you the guy's a genius? Wait, so hold on one second. Actually, I want to simplify it. No, but I want to simplify what you're saying because it's actually like let me just dumb this down. When you talk to entrepreneurs, to CEOs, they talk of either I'm going to build a large sustainable business and IPO one day, or I'm going to get acquired.
Right.
What about just continuing to build a profitable business? Like it's never even on the table. No one
It's
even.
never on the table, and I can tell you now that some of the startups that I've been working with, right, now are to the point where they're starting to become profitable. And you know what? Now VCs are coming to them
On their terms.
I don't know the terms because
No, but I'm saying the VC doesn't dictate the terms anymore.
No, it's not. It's not a race where it happens to us. I can tell you honestly, it happened to us. I'll speak about our terms. Okay.
Yeah.
We could raise funding if we wanted. It's not an issue. Okay. I have many friends in the community. People know me around. They know our business. It's not a secret, but we don't need to.
Right.
We don't have to. And in fact, as long as we can keep running a great, wonderful business that gives a good service and we make a great living. By the way, everybody is about always saying like, oh, I want to improve the world and I want to do something better. And I agree with those. People are afraid to say that I'm in this to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. Provide a good service or a good product.
That
People will
love.
pay you money. People would love to pay you money. And then you can use that money to develop more and to provide a good living for yourself and for the employees.
100%. You know, I think at the end of the day, it happens to be just a coincidence. This morning I wrote an article or a post on Facebook about WeWork specifically, but it was in response to a tweet where someone was trashing WeWork saying this company isn't profitable and they're taking all their employees to like Disneyland or I don't remember, no, Universal Studios, and they're renting at Red Hot Chili Peppers and all. Why are they doing that? They're bleeding money. And I wrote a post this morning saying, guys, like you're missing the whole point. Every company that's experiencing hypergrowth bleeds money in the beginning. That's when you build a lemonade stand, you're spending money on your your table and your lemonade, and then it's an investment in a business long term. Having said that, and due respect, obviously I love WeWork, I love Uber, I love all these companies that are bleeding money right now, and I believe that one day they will be profitable, just like Amazon is today and wasn't for many years. But you kind of show that there is actually an alternative, which is actually build a company that's profitable and is growing.
But you know what? When we were talking before, you said something right? There is no such thing as starting a business and being profitable from the very, very first day.
Right.
Us too, when we started, okay, it was me working out of my daughter's bedroom, literally, okay, writing the first apps. So for the first couple of quarters, I was making an investment, right? I wasn't taking in a salary. I was sitting at home writing code. There was no income for the family, so it was not profitable per se. So it's okay to make an investment as long as you think about your company as a business, right? If your only business strategy is being acquired, that's pretty rough unless you've got something that is ultra unique and ultra useful. But if you provide a good, viable service, which I think WeWork is providing, yet Uber, for example, in my opinion, isn't, not enough to justify that valuation.
Okay.
It's a question, each company can make its own determination of whether they will be able to take the turn, go around that bend into profitability. But what I'm saying is that plan your product to be good enough so that people want to pay for them.
Okay.
Now, if you invest in marketing and right now are not profitable, fine, no problem. But if exit is your only strategy, then you're cutting yourself short.
Love it. as you know, we can talk for 4 hours, and I think you wouldn't even touch like the tip of the iceberg of the insights that I think you can give entrepreneurs. But we're going to do more interviews for many years in the future. But I want to talk a little bit about your actual growth, because oftentimes people reach out to me and say to me, listen, we don't have millions of dollars to spend on user acquisition or to pay a PR company $10,000 a month. How do we grow? And one of the things that I think is a quote unquote, and I'm saying quote unquote because it's no longer a secret, but somewhat of a secret weapon that a vast minority of companies and entrepreneurs leverage or capitalize on is the world of ASO, which is App Store Optimization, which is figuring out a way to basically take the principles of SEO, search engine optimization, and when someone searches for a certain keyword on the App Store, you're up there. Talk to me about whatever. I mean, obviously, it's your secret sauce. You can't tell too much, but talk to me about that.
It's actually today, 90% of the knowledge is out there, and I've come to the point where I think I've had over 50 companies come and meet me and talk to me about ASO, and I give them information, and I tell them what to do, and I tell them, do that, and then come back to me once you've done that, and then we'll really make it go. And you know how many of those 50 have come back? You know the answer. Zero. Right. None of them have come back. And you know why? Because ASO is not glamorous. It's not. It's annoying. It's sheets. It's spreadsheets with words. It's data analysis. And then what happens is that there are very few founders that are willing to deal with this, and then they outsource it to someone. And when you outsource ASO to someone, then you don't bring the knowledge in-house. ASO is a lifelong process, not something that you do once and you walk away from. You can outsource, and there's a lot of stuff you can outsource to very, very highly talented people. Right. Okay? And you should, right? For example, you're the perfect example. I don't think anybody should try to do marketing on the level that you can do marketing. They should outsource this to you.
Check his email.
But he's not paying me. But right, it's like when you outsource your way of bringing customer and you're not bringing the knowledge in house, nobody will ever care about your customer. I'm going to call it customer acquisition, even though it's not acquisition per se, or it's the way to receive customer as much as you do. So none of the founders do it, and then they just don't. You gave me a few names of a few very talented people that do ASO here in Israel, and I can name several myself, right? You won't hear about too many of them, right? Sure. In the news. You won't read them because it's not glamorous, because they didn't raise money and they didn't make exits, but these guys are all laughing their way to the bank.
I've seen your spreadsheet, dude. This guy's been working on an Excel sheet that's probably, my computer couldn't even store it because it's so heavy. Like, I know what you're talking about. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is, ASO is,
it works.
Like, you've been doing it for years. It works, but it's hard.
It's not hard today for me. In fact, today, it's just literally I spend less than 20 minutes a week on it. Less than 20 minutes a week. But I've been doing this for so many years that I sort of I get it. Right? So, but in the beginning, it's a full-time job. Very few people want to do it because there's more important things to do. I'm saying that in quotes because if people don't download your product, your app, nothing will come of it.
Two things to say.
So if you want to look into ASO, you don't need to talk to me. You don't need to talk to any of the other experts out there. Okay, there's a ton of information online. The first 80% is available online. I guarantee you that now I'm telling you this, that you will look into it and you'll probably get tired of it.
Okay, so that was
that's actually people get tired of it.
One of my two questions. I have two questions left for you. Actually, one's not a question, one's a comment. But Gary Vee, right? Gary Vee gives these lectures all over the place, gives all his secrets away. People always ask him, like, why are you giving away your secrets? And he always says, because people are lazy. I'm going to tell you what to do, you're not going to do it. That's the bottom line. It's true. When I talk to startups, I tell them exactly what to do. One out of every 100 companies that I tell what to do, let's say on the content space or any of the things that I tell them what to do, maybe 1 out of 100 actually implement and execute on that. So people are lazy, and that's unfortunate. That's number one. But let me put you on the spot here to end this interview because we're at 11 minutes and Joseph's going to murder me. But one in 30 seconds, if you could give one piece of ASO advice, one, just anything.
I'll tell you one thing about ASO they need to understand from the beginning. Very few people understand this, and that's why they start and then they quickly quit. It's a process. There isn't one tip where you can say, put this one keyword in the first line of the second paragraph and then it'll work. It doesn't go that way. It's a process.
Iterative.
Okay? It's an iterative process, and you need to get online, you need to look into it, and you need to be ready to devote 6 months to a year of your life to this, and then it'll work. But then again, you're devoting your life to your startup. So what Gary Vee says about people are being lazy, it's true. It's true. It's not a glamorous job, ASO. It's not fun, right? It's the housekeeping of app making. But, the results speak for themselves. Okay,
now, literally the last question, and you can totally say no, and if the answer is no, I'll just edit this part out. But if there's an entrepreneur who's sitting here watching this and is like, dude, I want to learn from that guy. You don't have to, I don't know whether it's email, follow you on Instagram. What is the best way to connect with Benny Shaviv today?
You can try me on Facebook, but I've had so many times where people have met with me, okay, that have basically, it's come to a point where it's a waste of time because people come to me with zero knowledge. Zero knowledge, right? And then they ask me to spend my time, which I'm happy to do. I help a lot of entrepreneurs. But if you're gonna come and sit with me and not know what ASO stands for, that's disrespectful. 100%. Like if you're gonna meet with Hillel Fuld to advise you on marketing, try to look up a little bit of online marketing. You're meeting with an expert, reap the benefits of that meeting. If he's going to tell you the kindergarten stuff, then you're wasting his time and your time.
Oh my God, when I get emails that clearly the person didn't Google at all.
So why?
It drives me nuts.
Why?
Drives me nuts.
So at this point, I will only meet with people after after they've guaranteed they've done the initial research, and then they'll send me the research that they've done, and I want to make sure that they did do it, and that has actually freed up my time a lot.
Can we plug your Instagram though?
Sure, if you want, but you'll just find a lot of photos of motorcycles,
biking,
snowboards, kite surfing,
what is it, at
weightlifting. It's Benny Shaviv, at Benny Shaviv, yeah.
Beautiful, dude. This is like the longest. This is totally anti-ADD interview, but it was worth it. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. We should do it way more often. We should not wait like 2 years.
Thank you for interviewing me.
I feel like we wait too long to have these, but you know they like hooked us up in this place. Anyway, bro, really appreciate your time as always, and just keep kicking butt. I'm very excited to see what you do in 2019. I can't even imagine where you're going, but I'm excited to watch. Fitness22.com. Check it out.
He's too good to us.
Later, dude. Thanks. Just made it home. Wow, those skies are pretty epic. As days go, today was pretty amazing. I hope you agree. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm meeting the president of Bar-Ilan University, followed by several meetings, including one of my favorite VCs, who I'm meeting for lunch. Tomorrow's going to be an epic day. Super pumped about that. See you then.